An extract from Volume 2 of Crach, Ffinnant, Rise of the Dragon. A loud knock on the heavy oak door of the royal study resonated in the king's mind as he slept, slumped across the cluttered and disorganized desk. He began to stir as the knock came again, louder this time. Sitting up with a start, Henry grunted and rubbed his eyes with dirty fingers. "Enter!" As the door creaked open, Lord Essex and the Sergeant-at-Arms strode in and bowed low, as was the custom. The king stared at Essex, anticipating some comment, but only silence and grave expressions stood in front of him. Both looked at the floorboards beneath their feet. "Well, have you found him?" Henry became agitated again. "Where is he?" "Gone, my lord," Essex proffered, knowing what would happen. "Gone where, Essex? Gone where?" Now the king was angry again. We do not know, sire," replied the sergeant-at-arms. "Did I ask you to speak, scum?" Henry screamed at him. "Essex, curb your tongue, or I will do it for you." The sergeant-at-arms stood to attention. Used to the king's outbursts, he remained stony-faced, taking the onslaught on his chin. "Well, Essex, explain!" Henry banged his fist down hard on the desk. Yet another half-full goblet spilled its contents. "My lord, the castle has been searched from top to bottom, in every nook, cranny, and shadow. Erasmus has gone. He has left the castle, but nobody saw him go." Essex bowed his head in respect. "Will he be back?" Henry questioned. "Majesty," Essex responded, "as we know not when he left, nor indeed where he has gone, it is unlikely we would know if he will return." "Do you mock your king?" Henry was furious, yet he had only heard the truth, something he never liked to hear. "My apologies, Majesty. I simply explained the facts for you, so that you are in possession of the knowledge." Essex looked concerned and exchanged a quick glance with the sergeant-at-arms. "Well, watch your tongue in future." Henry backed off a little and looked around frantically for more wine. There was none. "Wine!" he screamed. The young page scuttled into the room, bowed and disappeared again, to return a few moments later with a fresh flagon. "Fill it!" Henry ordered, gesticulating towards the empty goblet. The page complied and was about to leave with the flagon, having poured the king's drink, when Henry screamed, "Leave it here!" He did as he was told, then hastily left the room. This time his reverse exit met with no disaster. "Majesty, there is more news," Essex piped up. "It had better be good." Henry was in no mood for any more bad news. "Forgive me, Majesty, but this news will not make you happy." Essex glanced back at the sergeant-at-arms, and between them they silently acknowledged concern. There was no point in Essex stalling the inevitable, so without further ado he blurted it out. "Riders from Wales have brought news from Glyndwr, my lord. Our soldiers are attacked, and Glyndwr is to be crowned Prince of Wales. Thousands of Welsh from across the country are uniting behind the dragon." "Welsh blackguard!" Henry threw his goblet at Essex and shouted, "This is war!" A raven, who had sat by an open window, silently took flight.